Hello guys, welcome yet again to Eswakago YouTube channel, and this is where we inspire, we inform, and we also encourage people. And on my today's video, it's a follow-up for yesterday's video that I uploaded because I saw some people were very much like one of the ladies there almost felt like I didn't tell her the whole story. Like she was like, why don't you just tell the whole the whole reason instead of beating around the bush? And then I was like, oh my god, this is my story, and I gave the part, but also I realized that I forgot the most important part that I was supposed to narrate. So even before I would judge her, I was like, you know what, I think I missed that part. So this is a follow-up of what I did yesterday. I wanna go ahead and say or tell the reason as to why I was sad in the video, why I broke down. And before I just go ahead, I would want you to know one thing. In America, there is a lot of pressure. Other than being, you have job availability, you might have the money that you want, there are those pressures. You are always under pressure from one thing or the other, and that makes it, or it makes you feel like you are always supposed to be observing something. You see, for example, today I was coming from work and I woke up at 7. I got ready and then I went to do my drop-offs, like kids drop-off, and then I went right away to work. I was at work before 9 and I worked up until few minutes to 1. Then I'm coming from work, a totally different direction from where the schools are, but it was on the work was past where I dropped my my baby, which is like 15 miles from my house. So I'm coming from work and I'm on the highway. I had just picked up the baby, and I think in between when I went to pick up the baby and the phone was in the car, and then the school was trying to call me and then they couldn't get hold of me, so they had to call the next person they can find on the file, and they wanted me to go to school to pick up one of the child because they were not feeling good. So you see, I'm coming from work and I did the first pickup on my way, because if I didn't pick up the baby, then I would have to come down here 15 miles and then go back 15 miles to go get the baby, and I had drove 12 miles or 15 miles from my job, opposite direction to where the baby was at the daycare or goes. So there are all these circles in America that makes you feel like you're not doing enough. Like there is so much pressure, and because of money, most of the time it comes because of time. The time is the problem. So I'm coming from work on the highway, and then I got a text. Someone texted me and they were like, the school been looking for you because you need to go to school A, and pick up a child because they are not feeling good. Man, I'm rushing to go pick up the other child because one of them gets off at 3, the other one at 4. Is it 4? No, 3:45. So the other one comes with the bus and the other one has to be picked up. So I have to drop off work by 2 every single day. It doesn't matter. So then I'm rushing to go pick up the 3 p.m. child, and then the other child school is calling me, the nurse is calling me. Checking my phone, I have 5 missed calls from the school. So now I am in this puzzle. I have to pick up this one by 3, and I have to pick the other one is not feeling well, and they cannot use the bus because they are not feeling good. So I call the school, and then I tell them I have another child that I'm supposed to be picking up in the next 10 minutes. So I don't know how to do this. Then they were like, you can just go ahead and pick her up, and then you can come as soon as you pick her up and pick this one as well. So these are some of the things that will drive you crazy in America. They will literally drive you crazy in America, because you are needed at so many different places at the same time, and it is just you. So when I saw people thinking that I'm crying because of someone, a son of Ezekiel, I don't know, a son of Isaiah, or I don't know, a son of Elikana, apana, no. The tears that are remaining from me, they are for crying to God, or maybe something else that is inevitable. Okay, so I eventually did the whole thing, and I was supposed to be going somewhere by 6. So I don't know if you can get this, like if you can understand. Sometimes you need to be in America to understand what it means. So tell me, do you see the reason why we need cars in America? Do you now see the reason why a car is not a want, it is a basic necessity in America? Like, it is very hard to make it in America without a car. You need a car in America to be able to be getting at the right place, the right time, or the right time at the right place, whichever comes first. So back to my story that I was supposed to tell more about. That day, I haven't been feeling good, like you all know. My body has been, it has been not so good for quite some time, since December 25th of last year. So now, this day, my baby fell sick. The little one, and the whole of that night I hadn't slept because he was coughing, choking. You know, if you have little kids, you know this drill, and they are getting the fever and stuff. So I woke up that morning, and then I tried to prepare the baby to take him to the daycare anyway, because even if I take him to the hospital, even here they won't give you no medication because of a cough or a fever that hasn't been 3 days plus, and it has to be over 103rd. So I wake up and I prepare the baby, and in me there is this body that is not feeling good, and I have missed work so many days up until I'm like, you know what, I'm not on any government assistance. It is me to go out there and make money to come and pay my bills and do stuff. We need to eat, we need everything else, and I'm here, I haven't been working, and now the day I'm supposed to go to work, the baby falls sick. And he is so sick that he couldn't even last 5 minutes. Jojo, can you check the food, please? I couldn't. He couldn't last 5 minutes without falling asleep. So it got me so hard. Like, sometimes you don't have choices. You want to go out there, but you do not have choices. And some things you do not even choose, they choose you. So I took him, I prepared his everything, and then I called the daycare lady, and I explained to her the situation, and I was like, I'm gonna bring him for just 4 hours. I go work a little bit, and then I'll come back and pick him and probably take him to ER or wherever according to the situation. And then I give him Tylenol, that is the medication for fever, and I just hoped he gonna be well. So taking him to the car so that we leave, and I sat him on his car seat, the baby fell asleep right away, like just putting him down like this, and then that got me so bad. Like, I was like, and literally I'm here taking him to daycare simply because I don't have a choice. I do not have any choice. I have to take him to the daycare so that I can go and at least work. Remember, It was a full week without me working, and now the day I was supposed to go to work, he fell sick. It was so hard for me, very hard than you can imagine. But all in all, God is good, and we can only hope in him because he's our hope. He is our trust. He is our strength. He is our everything. And thank God, he recovered. It was on a Friday. He recovered, but then he passed on the code to me, and it was so bad to me now because it came with some strep throat. So I had to go to ER and then get treated and then get the antibiotics, and I've been taking them. I'm still taking them. It was so bad because I also developed some fever and I was sweating. Man, sometimes life is so bitter. I don't know if it is bitter at you or I don't know, but sometimes life is just not too fair, and there is nothing we can do about it other than to just accept things and move on, handle them and move on. Because you know what? Everywhere, anywhere in the world, the life has to happen. Everywhere, anywhere you will ever go, life has to happen, and things have to happen. The difference is how you handle them. Okay, so that is the main reason why I was at my lowest point that day. Guys, America doesn't have a way of solving so many things, especially when it involves money, because it has to be huge money. For example, in order to have a babysitter who can drive and do everything for you, you will be required to be paying not less than $2,000 a month, which is a lot of money. And sometimes you gotta do what you have to do. And to take these little babies to daycare, the daycare where they can learn and do stuff, you still have to be you to drop them off and pick them up, because they don't have buses for little babies. It's not like in Africa, whereby you can get the help you need as long as you have the money. Here, you have to do everything. Is you are the truck driver, you are the bus conductor, you are the driver, you are the house manager, you are the watchman, you are the teacher, you are the everything, kila kitu. Ginya motwali wa ng'ombe munadani wewe. You have to do everything all by yourself. Sometimes you get drained, sometimes you feel like it's too much for you, sometimes it overwhelms you. But you know what? God is good and his grace is sufficient, and it's gonna continually be sufficient to those who wait upon his name. Okay, so guys, up until next time, keep on keeping on, and we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. Cheers, guys.